Today, we're diving into a subject that sometimes social media doesn't want to show you. The real, sometimes messy, but ultimately rewarding world of raising newborn kittens. Those adorable Instagram photos and TikTok videos might make Kitten Parenthood look like a constant stream of cuddles and cuteness. But there is so much more to the story. Mind you, I'm not talking about adopting a 3-month-old kitten that's already been fixed and litter box trained. I'm talking about newborn kittens. Just like newborn babies, they can be a challenge. You know that feeling when you first bring home that tiny ball of fluff? Your heart melts and everything seems perfect, and then reality hits. That's exactly what we're talking about today. When you're considering adopting a kitten, or you're in the thick of it right now, this video will help you understand what really goes into raising these adorable little chaos machines. First, let's talk about sleep, or rather, the lack of it. You know how everyone warns new parents about sleepless nights with babies? Well, surprise! Newborn kittens aren't much different. That tiny creature you just brought home thinks that 3 a.m. is the perfect time for an Olympic-level sprint event across your face. And those sweet little meows? They transform themselves into persistent midnight serenades that would put any opera singer to shame. Many first kitten parents don't realize that kittens, especially those separated from their mothers too early, often struggle with sleep regulation. They haven't learned the natural day-night cycles that cats will follow. Your kitten might sleep peacefully all day while you're at work, but they're storing up that energy for their nighttime performance of parkour across the furniture, extended edition. Then there's the feeding schedule. Young kittens need to eat frequently. We're talking every 2 to 4 hours for bottle-fed babies under 4 weeks old. Even after transitioning to solid food, they need multiple small meals throughout the day. It's not as simple as filling up a bowl and calling it done. You'll need to monitor their eating habits, ensuring that they're getting the right nutrients, and watch for any digestive issues. And speaking of food, let's talk about the transition from milk to solid food. It's messier than you might expect. Imagine tiny paw prints of wet food tracked across your floor, and food-covered whiskers that somehow manage to transfer all of that mess to your favorite shirt. Speaking of digestive issues, let's talk about something that social media definitely doesn't show you: litter box training. While kittens generally have a natural instinct to use litter, the learning process isn't always as smooth. Expect some accidents, especially in the early days. And here's something nobody warned you about. Some kittens treat their litter box like a sandbox at a playground. You haven't lived until you've woken up to find litter scattered across 3 rooms because your kitten decided to practice their excavation skills at 2 a.m. The destruction? Oh, the destruction. Those tiny claws are like precision instruments designed to unravel your favorite sweater, shred your curtains, and somehow find the one expensive cable you forgot to hide. Your kitten isn't being malicious. They're just learning about their world through play and exploration. But try telling that to your heart when you find your grandmother's antique doily has become their new favorite toy. And let's not forget about their uncanny ability to find the most valuable or dangerous items in your home. Well, that expensive gaming headset? Consider it a potential chew toy. Those important work documents? Apparently, they make excellent bedding. Here's something else that often catches new kitten parents off guard: the financial commitment. Sure, you budgeted for food, litter, and basic supplies. But did you factor in the series of vaccinations they all need? The spaying or the neutering surgery? The emergency vet visit because somehow they got into that houseplant that you thought was out of reach? The costs can add up quickly, and it's essential to be prepared for both routine care and those unexpected expenses. Let's break down some numbers. Initial vaccines can cost anywhere from $100 to $300. Spaying or neutering ranges from $200 to $500. And don't forget about monthly preventative medications for fleas, ticks, and worms. Let's discuss something else that many cat parents struggle with: the socialization period. Between 2 and 7 weeks of age, kittens go through a very crucial socialization window. During this time, they need positive experiences with humans, other animals, and various environments to help them become well-adjusted adult cats. Miss this window, and you might find yourself with a cat who is fearful of visitors or aggressive towards other pets. This means introducing them to different sounds, textures, and experiences. Everything from the vacuum cleaner to the sound of running water needs to be a part of their education. The emotional roller coaster is real. One minute your kitten is cuddling in your lap, purring like a tiny motor, making you feel like the chosen one. The next minute, they're treating your hand like it's their mortal enemy during playtime, leaving you wondering if you're doing something wrong. Here's a challenge that rarely gets discussed: the impact on your social life. Those spontaneous weekend trips? Well, not so spontaneous anymore. Kittens need consistent care and attention, especially in their first few months. You'll find yourself planning around feeding schedules and saying no to after-work events because your kittens need their dinner and their playtime. And when you do go out, you'll probably spend half the time watching your kitten cam and worrying about what they're up to. The guilt is another hidden struggle. Guilt when you need to trim their claws and they look at you like you've betrayed their trust forever. It's important to remember that this guilt, while natural, doesn't make you a bad pet parent. In fact, feeling guilty often means that you care deeply about your kitten's well-being. Let's talk about the household adjustments that you'll need to make. Your once pristine home will need to transform into a kitten-safe space. This means securing loose wires, removing toxic plants, installing cabinet locks, yes, really, cabinet locks, and accepting that your decor aesthetic might need to incorporate a cat tree and a scratching post for a while. You'll become an expert at spotting potential hazards. Everything from string to small toys will be evaluated for kitten safety. And let's not forget about the mysterious attraction kittens have for bathroom items. Toilet paper rolls and shower curtains become their personal playground equipment. The cleaning? Oh, the endless cleaning. Kittens are basically tiny mess generators. They knock over water bowls, they track litter everywhere, and somehow manage to find dust bunnies that you didn't even know existed and parade them around the house like trophies. Your vacuum cleaner will become your new best friend. And just when you think that you've cleaned everything, you'll find mysterious sticky spots on your floor, walls, and somehow your ceiling. Don't ask. Kittens can defy the laws of physics. Have I scared you off yet? By the way, that wasn't the intent here, just to open your eyes before you make this very big commitment. But here's the thing about all these struggles. They're temporary. That crazy kitten energy will eventually mellow, somewhat. They'll learn to sleep through the night, mostly. The destruction will become more manageable as they grow and learn boundaries. All of those challenging moments will become funny stories you tell other cat parents. What makes it all worth it? It's the way they purr themselves to sleep in your arms. It's watching them master a new skill, like successfully jumping onto the counter, even if that's not exactly what you wanted them to learn. It's about the pride you feel when they use the litter box correctly or come when they're called. It's the absolute trust that they show you when they fall asleep on their back, belly exposed, knowing that they're safe with you. Remember, every newborn kitten parent has been through these struggles, so you're not alone feeling overwhelmed at times. The key is to be prepared, stay patient, and remember that this challenging phase is building the foundation for years of companionship with your adult cat. Keep a diary or take photos. You'll be amazed at how quickly they grow and how these challenging days will become precious memories. Before we wrap up, here's one final truth about kitten parenthood. No matter how many struggles you face, no matter how many sleepless nights you endure, you'll probably find yourself thinking about getting another one. Because despite all the challenges, there's something magical about raising a kitten that makes it all worthwhile. So, to all kitten parents, whether you're veterans or just starting this journey, remember that the struggles are real, but so are the rewards. Keep going, stay patient, and don't forget to document all of these moments, even the challenging ones. They'll make for great stories later. Well, it's time for today's viewer poll. Today, it's not so much a question as it is story time. Drop down in the comments section below and tell us one of your newborn kitten stories. We'd love to hear from you, and your stories will help future cat parents begin their journeys. Does your cat like to cuddle? Truth be told, ours don't love it. Watch this next video to learn why, and I'll see you there.